Hi guys, hope you're staying safe and well. On today's video, I'm revisiting some places that are on the area of Powers and Carefree. They're on the arrest affidavit that on January 28th, after 10:26 p.m., the investigators believe that Harley went and met Letecia in this area after Letecia had been out at the 105 and South Perry Park Road location where the board was found. And the Big Wave Car Wash is over there in the area of Powers and Carefree. So I decided to kind of satisfy my curiosity about whether or not there were carpet shampooers here, and there are on these vacuum islands. Some of the vacuum islands have carpet shampooers. Also was getting another look at these cameras. You can see them up by the eaves, near the bays, and above the door. You can see a couple of them over there at the front of the building. They've got cameras trained on the vacuum areas and the bays. So if anybody used a shampooer, they would definitely be caught on camera using the shampoo machines. And part of the reason why I was curious about that was that there was no evidence found in the red truck. But I was thinking to myself that it does say in the arrest affidavit, well, and in the charges, that one of the charges she's facing is child abuse leading to death. And I know that there's been a video going around online that Letecia had posted to her Facebook about Gannon, and some people say that in the video he says he's bleeding, and it's after the incident where she says that he burnt the carpet with a candle or something like that. And I was wondering if he had been injured but not fatally or mortally. I don't know which is the proper one to say in this instance. But if he had been injured on Sunday night and was injured when he went out to the truck on Monday morning, but there was no blood in the truck, maybe she had cleaned the truck up and patched up any wounds. So anyway, that's just a thought, just one possibility. And as you can see, there's cameras aimed right at that island that we just went by, and you can see the carpet shampooer on that island as well. Another thing that's in this Powers and Carefree area is Massage Envy, where Harley was employed, and we're driving over there from the car wash now. I was just kind of curious about where Harley worked and how it all tied into the areas that we know are on the witness list, the areas that we know Tisha had some ties to, and Harley's place of work seems to be right in the middle of everything. And I'm thinking that if Harley doesn't start cooperating with police, if she hasn't already, because, the arrest affidavit was written way back at the end of February before her mother had been arrested, and it's entirely possible that she is cooperating now. But as I was saying, if she's not cooperating still, things could not be good for her, because it's entirely possible that she was helping her mom, whether she knew she was or not, reading and rereading the arrest affidavit and Tisha's various interviews and statements. Harley's name is brought up over and over again. So, there is involvement of some sort. Whether she knew she was involved in anything or not, that is anybody's guess at this point, and we won't really have most of these answers that I'm looking for. We won't have them until after the trial. But like, one of the questions that I've seen is about the shopping list. Letecia had sent Harley out for cleaning supplies on Monday. There's Carefree. So this is definitely the Carefree and Powers area. Anyway, Harley got cleaning supplies for her mom on the Monday that Gannon went missing. The receipt for those items ended up being in Letecia's Tiguan when it got seized on Wednesday when she went for her interview at the police station. And oddly enough, I didn't see it written anywhere that Letecia had asked for vinegar, but that Harley had purchased vinegar. And there's the Massage Envy right there on the left. That's where Harley worked. And not only is it like right here, just a little ways from the Big Wave car wash that's on the list, also across Powers is the shopping center that has the Subway and the Vapor Source smoke shop in it. And I did a Google Maps thing and figured out that it's about 16 minutes from Harley's place of work to that Petco where Letecia went twice on the day that Gannon went missing. So it's possible, some people are asking, was Letecia looking out the window to see if, waiting for Harley or something. Maybe she was meeting Harley on her lunch hour. And it is possible. And once again, we won't know until trial. But anyway, about the vinegar. I remember I was mentioning vinegar. It wasn't stated in the arrest affidavit that Letecia had asked for vinegar. She had only asked for the baking soda, I believe. But then Harley had gotten both items, which the arrest affidavit was saying are used for cleaning blood. So, I mean, maybe there were other texts that weren't written into the arrest affidavit, though. And speaking of the arrest affidavit, I also recall that Letecia has recently said that the arrest affidavit is 90% supposition or something like that, and that kind of cracked me up, because basically what an arrest affidavit is a theory. It doesn't have to be 100% facts. It's a theory, and there just has to be enough circumstantial evidence to say that there's probable cause for a person to be arrested. And obviously there was enough probable cause for her to be arrested. Proof beyond a reasonable doubt is for trial, not for an arrest warrant. And what also cracked me up about that, though, is that in saying that 90% of it was just, theories or whatever, that's saying that 10% of it is the facts of the matter. And none of it is very flattering to Letecia, so even she is admitting that there are facts in that. Some of the papers that were filed on Letecia's behalf back and forth that, and they were thinking that she was going to get bond or something, and that's not happening. It's all just, basically the red tape and whatnot, and she might have been hoping that she was going to, but that's not happening. And her next court date is in June, and they might visit the topic of bond, because that's just the way trials work. They bring up bond, whether bond is really on the table or not. And so it's not really anything for anyone to be worrying about. And some people were worrying that because of the way that the things are today with quarantines and things, people thought that Letecia would be getting out for humanitarian reasons or whatever. And that is for people that are already convicted or are awaiting trial for things that aren't as serious as murder. She's not going to get out for humanitarian reasons by any chance either. People that are a threat or could be a threat to society are not being released. Here we are at Powers and Carefree again. Carefree, I'm facing Powers. Powers is the road that's going to the right and to the left. And we're going to go across here. I was curious as to whether Letecia had parked the Tiguan over here overnight, because I was unclear whether she had the Tiguan when she met Harley over here. Arrest Affidavit says that Harley left the house about 10:26 on Tuesday night, and that they believe she met or picked up Letecia at the location of Powers and Carefree. And I suppose she could have left the car someplace else and had picked up the Kia that she had rented from the airport and driven it over. I don't know. Musical cars are really confusing me right now. And and then throwing in to the mix that Letecia had relatives come out, and that an aunt had rented her a car on the Thursday, the 30th of January, and I don't know if the aunt or other relatives had other vehicles here as well, so I don't know how many vehicles actually that Letecia had a chance to get her hands on. And this is a Jiffy Lube that we just passed, and I realized that if somebody were to leave a car here overnight, they could leave it there without raising any eyebrows, because people would just assume that somebody had dropped off a car to get worked on. And over here, we're getting closer to Safeway, which it's not a 24-hour store, but people do or did stock shelves overnight there, so it wouldn't be unusual for a car or two to be parked in this lot either. And if you look over to my right, well, I'm heading over there, I'll be facing directly at it, is that 24-hour emergency room building, and cars could park over there as well. And looking straight across, you see Lowe's. Off to the right across the way is where the Big Wave Car Wash is. Off to the left is where Massage MV, where Harley worked, is. And we're going to go and face Safeway. Off to the left of Safeway is where the Subway and the Vapor Source are. I showed you those in a previous video. So anyway, I'm really going over the arrest affidavit and going over Letecia's interviews. I'm working on a timeline. I'm working on some theories, looking at times and mileages and such. I don't think she took the Kia out there to the Perry Park Road location, because she only put 71 miles on the car. So I'm not sure where she went and got that all muddy. So I'll be trying to figure something out along that line too. Some sort of theory. Here is Subway and Vapor Source right in front of us. So that's the drive for today. I'm going to pick up my supplies here. So have a good one, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next drive. Thanks for watching.